안녕하세요. Good morning. Great to be here. Uh, Cybersecurity has become of the vital, critical role in the digital journey. And the current challenge we have now is that too many distributed applications, distributed in data center, in cloud, in everywhere. And so people, moving everywhere, keep moving because of COVID-19. Remote working becomes a normal situation, and because of that, so customer has to add new capacity for networking, for security. So both of these one stack together becomes of the complexity, difficult to manage. And that's the reason why, complexity become the #1 challenge for the digital journey at the moment. We can see a lot of vendors, when they facing this kind of the different cybersecurity landscape, they provide on-purpose security solution to each kind of to deal with this situation. But the result is that will lead to a lot of the conflict between the integration and the management. So this is the reason why Fortinet has introduced a kind of the fabric architecture. This architecture actually is working for the best solution to be because all the attack phase is getting more and more. So with this security fabric approach, that we are able to increase our visibility to across all the edges. And the second one is that because of a lot of the solution there, so we have to manage it, centralize, manage those distributed solution. The third one is that we have to be more comprehensive to understand that what's our different solutions we are able to integrate. So integration becomes one of the fabric's major function. And the rest one is that automation. Because of the information, digital information is so much, the traffic increase triple, triple, even with a very, very fast speed to increase. So with that, so the automation become a very, very important to deal with this massive information. So this is one of the key messages that we are able to offer. And actually, for the Gartner consultant, they also introduced the so-called CSMA, cybersecurity mesh architecture, in last year. Means that they all confirm this approach is the right approach. And based on their investigation, more than 35% of the large organizations start to embrace this kind of a concept. And this concept, will to reduce the complexity and reduce the downtime, lower the response time to the threat attack. So this is very unique architecture. And with this architecture, of course, a lot of people will say that, we also have one platform that's very easy to do that. But, a lot of the security, we need the third parties, the independent certificate. So the Fortinet, we spend a lot of the effort there, and that everybody knows that we are the #1s, and our vision is the right. So currently, the third parties, we are the only one with the most validated in this industry, which proves that the effectiveness of the Fortinet solution and the vision is the right. And talking about that, we can say that Fortinet, starting from the firewall from 2020. Excuse me. From 2020, and we are consecutive become Gartner's recognized Fortinet network firewall leader in the Magic Quadrant, and for the consecutive 13 years. And in the past 3 years, from the vision, from the innovation, and to the highest execution. So you can see this is the very, very crucial milestone for the firewall. And the firewall market, a lot of people say, oh, since we have a cloud, so we ought to move a lot of the solution to the cloud, so we don't have a firewall. Actually, it may not be true, because firewall is like a gateway in everywhere, in data center, in segmentation firewall. You have a OT firewall. You have a so-called the OT firewall, and so-called the container firewall. So a lot of the everywhere. So it's a kind of gateway. We can see this market still have about $16.3 billion a market. So this is we will continue to enhance our solution in the firewall. And next to is the next one is a security SD-WAN. SD-WAN is very again is customers focused item in recently. And for this item, we also introduced the convergence, because it's kind of network and the security convergence. Fortinet apply the same approach. So we now in the past 3 years, we are in the Gartner's leader Magic Quadrant for consecutive 3 years, and also recognized as the highest capability to execute. So this is the SD-WAN, and you can see the SD-WAN become the so-called secure SD-WAN and go to the secure SD branch. And because of that, we are looking for the next step. The next step is the sorry. The next step is that we can see that OT security. OT become when a lot of the device which already IP-ized, since they go to the IP connected, so it become a lot of the threat come out. A lot of the manufacturer guys, they don't understand. They're aware of this situation, but they don't know how to deal with this kind of the situation. So Fortinet hear the customer voice again. So we need a lot of the vendor, OT vendor, to go for customers, to support customers, how to prevent the attack from those cyber security threat. So you can see this is current, and in the past 4 years, we are able to be one of the leader the eco partner to deal with the OT operation is cybersecurity threat. And the next area we are focused on will be, the first one is the so-called SASE. So because a lot of the architecture, it goes to a lot of the services go to the service edge, and this edge should be protected. But because a lot of multiple function requirements, so again, Fortinet using our original principle and approach is going to consolidate those functions together. And the second one is the so-called endpoint. Because endpoint becomes a very, very complexity. It's very difficult to manage. And the different kind of the agents in different kind of the devices. So, and the requirement is also, a very, very complexity, very, very complex. So Fortinet, again, apply the same approach that we are going to have a so-called unified endpoint solution. So you can see this is the two major new initiative, and we are going to be the execute for this initiative. The third one is 5G. I think 5G is very popular here, and 5G become how to adopt the 5G into your enterprise or manufacturer. I think the private 5G is one of the key, and Fortinet also working on that. So you can see, because of that, we have 3 new initiatives, and these 3 steps, we are ready to go. So, how about you? I think all of you may go with us to go to partner, and we are here to commit to customer success and your success. So that's my presentation here. So thank you. 안녕하세요.